So, my man LeBron James has done it again. He's given me yet another reason why he's just not the GOAT. He can just be so fragile, so vulnerable, so mentally weak, such a thin-skinned diva, ultimately such a baby. Come on, LeBron, you're so much better than this. A player of your magnitude, your all-time great caliber, acting like this about social media? Are you kidding me, LeBron? This is beneath your dignity. So the other night, I'm watching the post game. Dalton Knecht has gone berserk. I loved Dalton Knecht before the season started. In my preseason prediction, I said he would be a difference maker. And now that he's started starting games, has he been a difference maker? Over his last 3 games, he's averaging 24 a game. And obviously, he's coming off a game in which he scored 37 the other night, including 9 of 11 threes, because he is flat out fearless. Flat out brazen, give me the damn ball and get out of my way. A rookie, even though he stayed in college the whole way. 2 years at junior college, 2 years at Tennessee. He's it, man. He's going to win Rookie of the Year. I called him before the year a future star. Well, he's already starting to become a star right before your very eyes. So after the game, LeBron's in a pissy mood. But it's a positive negative because it's about Dalton Knecht. And I'm watching the postgame live out here. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm watching the Laker channel out here so we can see the live interviews. And LeBron's pissy about Dalton Knecht. Why, LeBron? And he says, well, people on the internet are calling him a liar for saying that he closely watched a lot of Dalton Knecht games at Tennessee. And that he loved him, and that people don't believe that he actually watched a lot of Dalton Knecht at Tennessee. I do believe him. And here we go again. It was the first time in all the time I've closely watched LeBron. I study his every move. I'm fascinated by him because he's really, really good at what he does. He is still the face of the league as he approaches 40 years of age, and he's still playing at 39 like he's about 24. I give him all that. So you're it, LeBron, but you're not the GOAT because of this. So this is the first time in all that time he's got, what, I wrote this down, 159 million IG followers. He's got 52.9 followers on X that used to be Twitter. Man, that is social media impact, LeBron. And you're telling me that people were calling you a liar. And I will bet you. I didn't even know LeBron read his his mentions, the reactions he gets. I didn't think he looked. But clearly he was looking about Dalton Knecht because it hit his hottest, deepest button. And yet, I will bet you that he might have seen 2 or 3 people say, oh, come on, LeBron, I'm calling bullshit on this. You just know it was just 2 or 3. That's all it takes. I used to do it. I don't do it anymore because I couldn't take it. It drove me crazy. If I saw one person, this is back in the day in 2010, 11, if one person said, your hair looks like shit, it's always that type of toxic negativity. Your hair looks like shit today. I'd start thinking, God, maybe I need a haircut. Maybe I need to try some mousse or something. I don't know. It started plaguing, just starting to eat away at my psyche the rest of the day after I saw one response. Was it 2 or 3, LeBron, who said, oh, come on. And they probably didn't say you're a liar, but obviously that was the inference, is that he was exaggerating how much he watched Dalton Knecht. But it really got to him. And I'm saying, LeBron, after all these years, year 22, all that time, you dominate social media. And that's you're letting it get to you about Dalton Knecht, who is the best thing that could have happened to your basketball team. Because I still think you've been pretty good without Dalton Connect, but you can't get a lot of people healthy. Cam Reddish is in and out of the lineup. I don't know what's going on with Jared Vanderbilt. Christian Wood, where is he? What happened? If you could get these guys all healthy and in the rotation, Gabe Vincent's been a shell of himself since he hurt his knee. I don't know. These are all really pretty good basketball players. If you could get them all in line and in sync and in rotation, could you win sure, you could win the West with the level that LeBron and AD are playing at. There are a lot of nights you've got two of the top 10 players. There are a lot of nights I'll watch Anthony Davis. I think you got the top one player on offense, defense, two-way player. And there's some nights LeBron looks like top 5, but he's always a top 10-ish kind of player, even as he approaches 40. So LeBron, you're pissy about a few people on the internet? Are you kidding me? You? So beneath your kingly royal dignity. What is happening to you? Thin-skinned. And then the next day he announces, I'm off social media. Deuces. Okay. And to do so, he reposts something from Rich Kleiman, who's the longtime manager of Kevin Durant. I respect Rich Kleiman, but he had this lengthy post about the negativity on the internet, how it's ruining sports, the great realm, the great entertainment, the positivity of sports being ruined by the toxicity of the internet, says Rich Kleiman, who concludes it's a waste of breath, doesn't want to do it anymore. And LeBron posts that and comes off it and says it's a damn shame what it's come to. LeBron, you dominate, you own it. It's a damn shame that you got 159 million IGs and 52.9 million X's. Are you kidding me? It's a damn shame what it came to. And LeBron says, y'all take care, post deuces, he's out. And then he posts the king emoji. LeBron, you're the king of comedy all too often. And here's the great irony about Rich Kleiman. He represents, manages, advises Kevin bleepin' Durant, who is the thinnest skinned superstar I have ever closely observed. And I love Kevin. I've been a big supporter of Kevin's. But you don't think he's the thinnest skinned ever? And now LeBron is creeping into the category because the great irony is he's using Rich Kleiman as his jumping off point. He's saying, see, he's so right. I'm following him. Well, what kind of advice has he been given to Kevin Durant, who's had burner accounts? Kevin Durant's had burner accounts because he's so thin-skinned. He's so small-minded on occasion that he has to stoop clear down to, I got burner accounts so I can respond to these idiots on Twitter. I'm going to get him and I'm going to get him, but they won't know it's me because it eats him up to read what people are writing about him after games. And I'm saying, no, you're arguably the greatest mid-range shooter ever. You won back-to-back MVPs in the finals. You proved everybody wrong. Kevin bleepin' Durant, you did this. You left Russell Westbrook because you finally decided, as a source very close to you told me, that you could not win a championship with Russell Westbrook as your primary decision maker and your point guard in Oklahoma City. And I said, hooray, bravo. And everybody condemned you. Everybody piled up. You want to talk about internet negativity on that July the 4th when you joined forces with the Golden State Warriors because they all loaded up on a private jet and flew all the way across the country out to the end of Long Island to the Hamptons to get down on bended knee. Steph, Clay, Draymond, and everybody. Sorry, we got a phone call coming in here, but it'll be okay. Everybody in Golden State said, you've got to come save us from LeBron. And guess what? He went there and LeBron would have won a couple of more championships because he just beaten him once with a lot of help from Kyrie, obviously, and a lot of help from Draymond getting suspended. But he did that. And I'm saying, you're Kevin Durant. You did that. And you still got burner accounts. You still care about what somebody in his mom's basement in Des Moines is saying about you, and you let it get under your skin and deep down into your psyche. You're Kevin Durant. I'm saying, My God, how can you let this affect you? And now the great irony is that LeBron is using Rich Kleiman, Kevin's manager, as the reason that he posts to say, yes, he's correct. Well, what about the advice Kevin's taking from Rich Kleiman? It's not working, right? This is madness. It's lunacy. It's comical that LeBron James is saying, okay, I'm out because of Dalton Connect. The best thing that has ever happened to LeBron, given the circumstance of 16 times teams passed on Dalton Connect. I mean, what are the odds that Dalton Connect would be sitting there? The Lakers didn't even work him out. And I'm not saying that I saw him coming at Tennessee, because I did not. I watched him, I don't know, 2 or 3 times, and I liked him. But I understand they thought maybe he's a little too slow-footed for the NBA. It's kind of the Larry Bird syndrome. Maybe it's just because he's a white guy, and white guys haven't ever done that well since Larry Bird. It's just hard to find one where you say, oh, he was Bird at. No. Dalton Connect, he can just play because he believes he can play, and he's long, and he's got first step quickness, and he goes up and shoots at Larry Bird like where you just can't block it. He's shooting it back over his head, almost behind his head. I'm not saying he's Larry Bird, but he's having that kind of impact. And my point to you is that it's probably eating up LeBron in a way that his son is really struggling. I'm getting scared. I posted a video about this the other day. I'm starting to fear that Bronny just can't play. And it's tearing me up because he's such a great kid. But he is so horrendously bad from 3, while Dalton Connect has hit, 21 of his last 31 threes. It's insane because he just says, when I catch it and see it, I feel like every one of them is going in. Well, this is going to change life for the Lakers because this is going to make them a contender. They've won 6 in a row. I'm taking this ahead of Orlando. They're a 5.5-point favorite. There's no Banchero, so I assume they're going to win that game, and I will bet you they'll beat Denver on Saturday night, and all of a sudden it'll be 11-4, 12-4, and they're going to be not just the talk of the town, they're going to be the talk of the country because they are going to be rising to the top of the West. And Dalton Connect is just slightly behind in the Rookie of the Year odds. Jared McCain from Philadelphia, who went 1 pick ahead of him, the Duke kid, who's got a great personality, and he's been on fire. They both started the last 3 games, and Jared McCain's now averaging 26 a game over the last 6 games. So he's on the rise, but look at his team. He's having no impact on us. The Sixers are falling apart. Now, Paul George's knee is falling apart, predictably. Embiid's in and out of the lineup, and he's in and out of good graces, and he's fighting with Tyrese, and he's late. He's always late. It's been a knock on him for years. He's always late. And so they're 2-12. The Sixers, Jared McCain's having no impact whatsoever on that team, while Dalton Connect is having impact. And he's having so much impact that it's spinning LeBron out of control. His son is struggling. His son's still on the end of the bench. It's like his support, not pet, but he needs his son to support him, to help him emotionally, to be there. And I'm good with that, but I'm not sure about LeBron actually playing basketball. I just can't see it because he cannot make a 3. He made 3 in the Summer League, and he hasn't made one yet as a pro in the NBA or the G League. Hasn't made one. It's scaring the hell out of me. And LeBron is making me laugh the hell out of me because he's actually said, I'm off social media. I'm going to take my ball and I'm going to go home because you people called me a liar. What a baby, LeBron. It's shameful what you're doing. You're just so much better than that. But there are nights, like the other night, when you post the king emoji, and I say, king of comedy, LeBron,